Hey guys, I wanted to make this video showing the progress of Infinite, as well as answer some questions that you guys asked in the Discord. Now remember that this is a pre-alpha still. Everything's subject to change. There's a lot of placeholder stuff, so everything you see is not finished. Some of it's not even close to being finished. Now here's the main menu. This is a design that I think we might be sticking with. I really like how it's laid out. I think it just looks clean in general. Now here you got your server browser. You can create a server, and change the slots, add a name, whatever. And then here we got the customize menu. So this UI design is just something that I was playing around with. It's definitely going to be changing because there's going to be a lot more than just the marker that you can customize. You can customize your mask as well as your player. But here you got your hopper, marker, change the color your tank. These are just base colors. There's going to be a lot more than just this coming in the future, but just to get an idea of what it could look like, here's this. Here's the settings menu so far. Obviously it's incomplete, but you got your resolution here, texture quality, motion blur, anti-aliasing, shadow quality, mouse sensitivity. We got bare minimum to start testing right now. Let's create a server. Here's the lobby. This background is gonna change because I definitely don't have permission to use this photo. Here's the map. Other layouts that I've been working on. You got your 5-second round timer. Now you can actually switch hands in this one, just using the normal leaning keys. I did a lot of experimenting and found that this was most likely the best way to go about it. And then for shooting, we got 10.5 BPS ramping. And you will be able to use both mouse buttons. We got all new bunkers, pretty high quality models. I'm gonna have quite a few different color options as far as bunker colors go. And then of course you got your sliding. Everything's very bare bones right now, but it all works smoothly. No weird hang-ups or anything like that. The projectile type for the paint is actually a completely different system. It's actually firing a physical projectile opposed to line tracing. The new score system is a traditional team deathmatch style. So you press tab, you can get your scores for each team and player. You got your round timer at the top. It's set to 2 minutes right now just for testing purposes. But the way it works is you got 5 rounds. After the 5 rounds is over, it's gonna automatically cycle through to the next map, and it's in a random order. That's definitely subject to change. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe we'll add another option for that in the future. But as for right now, it works. The networking over the previous version is much better. Very smooth. I haven't had any issues with delay, minimal desync. So overall it's a lot better. Now there is controller support, but this game is definitely optimized for keyboard and mouse.
5 seconds.
There's a lot more going on. I will definitely add diving in the future. It's very tough to figure that one out with the controller, because you've already got your sliding, crouching, leaning. Most of your buttons are already taken up by other things, but it's definitely going to be a part of the game. Obviously, the player doesn't have hands right now. There is a full player model. I'm currently going through and working on animations for it and getting them all synced up into the game. It's hard to tell when the full release will be, but I'm hoping that I can at least get an early access version out by the end of the year. A lot of that's dependent on getting more 3D models for guns, hoppers, tanks, that kind of stuff, masks. Up to this point, I've done them all myself, but I'm not that great of a 3D artist. This J4 Torque model was provided by J4 themselves, so that's why it looks so great. To get any more high quality markers, I'm passing that work on to people with a lot more experience than me. I'm planning to continuously release content for this game after I release this update. I want to continuously update the guns and masks and other gear, as well as, fine-tuning the gameplay. Before this game's released, it's going to take a lot more testing. I need to completely redo the sounds. These are recycled from the old version. They work for testing, but I'm gonna definitely step it up. All in all, I'm definitely pushing to get this game out by the end of the year, and I don't want to release it without a good amount of content. So now I'm gonna go through the questions that you guys asked on Discord, and I'll try to answer them as thorough as possible. So first question is basically asking if there will be actual gun brands and names in the game. That's definitely something I've been trying to get into the game. I talked to a couple different companies, one really big one that would have been huge, and it seemed pretty promising. I may reach back out once the game is more complete, but as far as actual gun companies in the game right now, it's only J4. Second question is asking to make the balls appear to come out of the barrel as opposed to the center of the screen, and that's where the new projectile system comes into play. Since they're actual physical objects, I can make them come from the barrel. With line tracing, it's a little more tricky. Next question is asking if you could make the fingers move while pulling the trigger. That'll definitely be something that I'll try to get in there. My animating skills aren't so good. I'm going to try and have somebody more skilled than me to do that. Next question is essentially asking to add more guns and character customization. It's already sort of happening. You got more customization with your gun now that you can change the colors of the gun, the tank, and the hopper itself, as well as changing your marker and hopper to different quote-unquote brands. Next one says VR paintball would be cool. After the release, that'll definitely be something I'll work on. Next question, does the indie team need help with development? Yes and no. Mostly on the programming side, no. I would like to reserve that for myself. If anyone does want to step up and help out with 3D models, animation, that kind of stuff, I am 100% willing to work with you. Then he goes on to ask if you can help build some fields for the game. I've had a lot of people ask me this question. I'm definitely considering building a kit for people to make their own maps and send them in so they can be put into the game, since there's been so much interest in it. I will come up with something and get back to you guys on that. Next question. I know this is a small dev team, but a career mode would make it way more fun for players with no friends to play. Yeah, that's definitely been something I would like to do. AI is going to be something added to the game in the near future. I'm going to make sure and spend a lot of time trying to get them to play as realistic as possible. Another question I get asked a lot, will there be modding support? As of right now, no. And that's going to be it for the video. Once again, let me know down below if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you. I might even put you in the next video. Until then, take it easy.